Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm good. Just out working. Just out working. It's too freaking cold out here, though. When I got in my car today, one of my tires was completely frozen. I have a question. Did you get a notification for this? That's crazy. I wonder why nobody gets the notifications for my videos. Like, it's been that way forever. Well, for a very long time. It's like soon as I got to a certain, like, I don't ever like to use the word blowing up, but as soon as my channel reached a certain subscriber count, it's like they purposely, like, make it harder. Like super weird. And it's not just me. It's like, I was saying this to somebody the other day. There's a couple of YouTubers that I've watched, and I watch them every single week. Every time they put out a new video, I watch it. And every single week I don't get notifications to their videos, and then I also get unsubscribed from that person. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in. Yo, that was kind of freaking scary. Yo. Oh my gosh, yo, I'm like super scared right now. Thank you. Yo, that's why this whole street is ice. Holy crap, yo, this whole street is like nothing but ice. Faja. Faja. Let me see something. What was the shopper one that I had? Shopper. Are there any good shopper ones? What? Yeah, y'all need to be paying way extra money. That one's not that bad of a freaking delivery. 22. I'm just gonna do this and cancel the, cancel the Uber Eats. Or I'll just do both. I'll just do both of them. We all about you. Yo, what's up, effing gaming? Yo, what's up, Carmine? Yo, can I ask you? Oh no. Yo, this is so scary right now. Like, did they not come and put freaking salt on the street? Oh, yo, what's up, Alex the Kid? How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Thank you. I'm good. I mean, really, there's no application. I just need to know that you're like, you know, that you are consistently coming to my streams when I do stream to help me out, and that you help me keep the stream positive. If you can, share the stream whenever I'm streaming or putting out videos or whatnot. And then also just like making sure to help me out in situations of negativity. So really what I do is, like, let's say somebody comes to my chat and they're being, yo, what's up, John? And they're being like super toxic. I usually don't ban them. Like, I usually want to try to have a talk with them to figure out what's wrong, because it, like, to me, it's like most people just don't act toxic. Usually there's like something going on with the person, especially somebody who's younger, that's causing them to be toxic. I would rather try to be a voice of reasoning than just to ban them so then they go and do it again. I would rather be the person that's like, yo, like, you don't got to do this. You got like a family. And if you ever need to talk about something, I'm here. You know what I mean? I want to help out more than just like ban them. Because just like this kid the other day, he came in my channel, he was saying all this other stuff, and I was joking back, but I wasn't really joking back in a, like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta get down on their level to a certain degree. So at the end of it, he ends up apologizing and telling me to have a good night when he initially came into the chat to try to, like, he wanted to get a rise out of me, and then he also wanted me to ban. He kept saying this over again. Why don't you kick me from the lobby? Why don't you do this? Like, really, I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction, nor do I want to do that. Also found out that his parents were divorced. He was going through things. So that was the reasoning behind his toxic behavior. But I'm going on the rant saying that just because some mods just ban people as soon as they start saying stuff, and that's what I don't want. Or time somebody out, I want to hear them out first, and if they're like a lost cause, then I'll be like, you're ban them. But just made you a moderator. EB3 is what I need.
Yes?
Yeah, I got an Uber Eats for EB3.
What's the last three number?
EB3.
Okay, go to the next window.
Thank you. Yeah, I think sometimes I don't like the way certain people deal with toxic people, because it's like you ban somebody, they're gonna go make a new account, right? It's not gonna stop them from doing it. And then they're gonna go do it to somebody else. Then you're not really caring why the person's acting that way. Like I can't even say the word genuinely care about people. Even bad people. The only people I don't really care about are cheaters. Cheaters, I don't know about that. Yo, what's up, Hood Peace? Like, cheaters is like on some like, no, I don't think there's no saving you. We gotta get rid of all the cheaters. No, I trust you. Where am I at?
My chicken and the small.
No, I got an Uber Eats EB3. I'm out working. Thank you, sir. You have a wonderful night. Happy New Year to you. Yo, what's up, Arian Shanker? Now I'm out getting this money. Yo, it's like too much money out here right now. And people pay like way extra. I follow a cheater on TikTok. He's going to stream Solo Cash Cup and he's going to use soft and I'm going to watch it. Can you send me, are you Uber Eats driver and are you getting, yes I am. I like Uber Eats because I feel like in certain cases I'm helping somebody out. Like especially like now with the storm, some people can't get food. So at least I'm here to help that person get food and stuff like that. And hopefully the people do it. Now, John, what I want you to do is I need you to send me the link to this cheaters live stream or TikTok, and I want to watch it too. And I'm gonna screen record it and commentate on it because I want to see if he actually gets banned. I think that's like gonna be my new thing. It's just like I'm just gonna look for everybody who's cheating and screen record all of them and do like research. Like I found that other dude's freaking in-game name, even though he tries to hide it. And it's dumb because, like, just like I told you, everything's a footprint, right? Even with your YouTube name, right? So let's say like this. Let's say you start out with your YouTube name and it's freaking, and this is why there can't be more than one YouTube name. So let's say you pick a name and that name is already taken. The reason why they do that is, for one, you can't impersonate anybody, right? For two, they have a footprint of every name that you've ever had. So let's say I start my first ever YouTube channel and it's Lane, right? Nobody else could get that name, Lane. They would have to add a dot, underscore, maybe space something. They would have to change something within that name, right? They would never, even if I changed my name to Lane Rolling afterwards, they still would not be able to get Lane because that name was already taken in the database. Now, what these cheaters think that they can do is, let's say they have a name and people find out their name and they change it. It's still connected to that first name. So it's no way that you can get away with cheating and changing your name or in-game name, and that in-game name is also hooked up to your IP address. Even if you have a spoofer or whatever else that you have, if they really want to backtrack it, they can do it. Now that is for people that are not that technically sound in knowing, you know what I mean, in doing certain things. Just like I told you, that software that I use, that freaking Wireshark, that will find out if like your IP address, your VPN, like that's on some sophisticated stuff to where even if a person had a VPN, you could still find out who they are. Like if you ever look at Dread Pirate Robinson, right? This is the dude who started the Silk Road, and he started a lot of this. Like he was like a very like one of the best hackers in the world, right? One of the best hackers in the freaking world, and they found him. He never even signed in to an IP address that was his. He would go with an anonymous computer, laptop that he never had connected to any of his stuff, and he would go to certain Starbucks, McDonald's where there was free Wi-Fi, and he would use that because it wasn't his IP address, and they still found out who he was. Now that dude works for the freaking FBI and whatever else, the intelligence agency. So, like, that's what they do. They find out who hackers are, they bust them for stuff, and they give them jobs so then other people can't do stuff. So these kids that are doing these little hacks and stuff, they don't really know that much about hacking. Like, not to somebody who's been freaking hacking or doing something for 30 years. So somebody is always going to be better than you, and somebody can always find out who you are. With this really toxic guy who lived behind me, and he would always harass me and crap, but he moved, and IG, they broke up because she cheated on him. That sucks. Yeah, that's the thing. I hate cheaters in life and in situations are like the worst. Like, I got cheated on, and it, like, when I was in, like, what was it, like 9th grade, and it like really messed me up for a long time, and it kind of turned me into a player. To where that's like, I still have that mentality now. Like, I don't really trust women at all. And I'm always like upfront, but I never want to have a girlfriend, really. And that it stems from that one time that I got cheated on because I don't trust. If you're not my girlfriend and you kiss somebody or you do something with somebody else, I can't care about it because you're not my girlfriend. So I never fully take that full commitment because of that one situation. Because cheating, it's not, cheating affects other people. It really doesn't affect you. You get what you want, but the person that you're cheating against gets nothing in return but heartache and pain. And that's the messed up part about it. You know what I mean? It's like in video games, you cheat, you get 20 kills, but 20 people lose their chance of getting points, or even if they're doing it in a cash cup, they lose their chance of getting freaking money. That's like a big thing. You cheating is, it like, I know it's fun to you and you're having fun, but you're messing up other people's games and lives. You know what I mean? And it's not fair to do that. Same thing in life. If you cheat because you want to fulfill your temptations and stuff like that, you affect other people's mentalities. You affect other people's mentalities. You affect other people's lives. 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 You affect other peop mentalities? Yeah, mentalities, whatever. Well, that's good. Sometimes things are a sign, you know. I mean, I feel like everything happens for a reason. If you cheat in a cash cup, I think you should go to jail, because if you cheat in Vegas playing in poker or something, you're going to prison. They don't play. Yeah, man, you ain't even going to prison, yo. You're gonna end up missing. If you cheat in Vegas, like Vegas is run by like mobsters and stuff like that. It's more criminal activity than what you think. And there's been several people that got caught that cheated in Las Vegas casinos, and they are not here with us anymore. And I feel the same thing too. I don't know if you remember this. You can look it up, but there was a kid that cheated. What was he doing? He was doing something, and he got sued by Fortnite for like millions of dollars. And his mom was like, he's just a teen. He was like 15 or 16. This is like, it's still chapter 1. I think it was like season 4 or season 5. It was before FaZe Jarvis got banned. And that's the thing that I don't understand is, why would you ban FaZe Jarvis for life when you let all these other cheaters just run havoc? Like, it makes no sense to me at all. Like, before I was like, yeah, they're cracking down on cheaters. Like, he should be banned. But now it's like, why did you ban him but don't care about nobody else? But John, you are right. If you do cheat in Las Vegas, it's a crime and you can go to jail. Anything, like you cheat on a test in school. Like if you cheat on a test in college, you automatically get kicked out of college. I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, let's say I get caught cheating on an exam. I'm automatically expelled from college. Like one time, you're automatically expelled from college. I have OCD and I have bad anxiety and stuff, so I think about it a lot and don't really know what she's doing. I talk to her a lot, but it's kind of uncomfortable not knowing what the person you're dating across the town. Well, I have problems with relationships. Someone, but I can't ever see her. She lives across town, and most of the time I see her in the summer, so I never know what she's actually doing. Now I feel you on that. I don't know if you know, I have OCD too and really bad anxiety, and I also suffer from depression. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of issues myself. I try to like work through those issues by playing video games and staying busy and working and focusing on other stuff. And I totally get what you're saying. And that's sometimes why, like, I stopped getting in relationships, because I honestly know exactly what you're talking about. Because you're like, is the person chilling with somebody else? Are they doing this? Like, you know what I mean? And that worry and anxiety will ruin your whole freaking day. It will make you not be able to sleep. It'll make you just, like, irritable or not want to do with anything. Like, I hate that anxiety. I'm looking for 9102. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of my car and like look for it. Yo, what's up, James? Thank you. I mean, like what my therapist told me, like most people who are depressed, right, are people who just care a lot. You know what I mean? It's like usually like sociopaths or people who like are super toxic. They don't care. They don't ever have depression. And the reason why they don't suffer from depression is because they have lack of empathy. the more empathy that you have, the more you're going to be depressed, because the more you care about stuff. So I look at it as kind of just because I care a lot. What the freak? I can't even see the addresses or anything. It's not 06. The fudge! Yeah, because it's like funny. The mother of my kid is like the complete opposite of me. Like, I feel that she's like a sociopath. Have a wonderful night and happy new. There we go. Now we're about to go grocery shopping. Yeah, I don't want to freaking slip up. It's facts, and people take advantage of people too if they know that you care a lot. That's the real sad part, because it's like this, right? If a person knows you care a lot, they feel that they can take advantage of you in certain situations, and they know that you will forgive a person. Seriously, it's in Grambles? Is it really this far away? I guess it is. Alright. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because. Yeah, people will take advantage of you super quick if they know that you care a lot. That's just facts. It's also a proven fact that people who cheat actually have psychological problems. And there's way more people that have psychological problems than anything else. Not saying the psychological problems are bad, but they have like a certain thing that they like. If most people who cheat are 110% sociopaths. Not all sociopaths are psychopaths, but every psychopath is a sociopath, and people who are sociopaths have psychopath tendencies, and that's why they do what they do. So like what I'm saying is, somebody, like, the reason why I don't cheat is because I will feel bad for making somebody else feel bad, right? That's another, I mean, there's other reasons why, but the main reason why I don't want to ruin somebody else's day, right? I would never download. Oh, I want to read what you said before at the stop sign. Yeah, that's really true, and it's terrible. Not gonna lie, that's happened to me a lot. I've gotten used and crap, and it's sad that it happens to other people. And it's just hard for people who have good attitudes, have positive words and stuff, kind, etc. It's just annoying when people who do that stuff and put you through crap. It truly is, but what I'll say is, if you can get through all that, all of those situations are making you stronger for later on in life. You know what I mean? Like, at a certain point, you might be a voice of reasoning for somebody else who's going through things of that nature, and then it just makes you aware. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you get cheated on in the way that your partner or whoever else was acting, you can see that earlier in certain people later on in life, so you don't have to go through that same mistake again. So most people say red flags. Now, the only way that you know about that stuff is by actually going through it. It's like when you're a kid. You don't know something's hot until really you touch it. Somebody tells you that it's hot, but you'll know the signs that something's hot by touching it. Like, if you're freaking a 1 or 2 year old kid and you see something red and hot, right, you might be like, oh my god, that's so cool, it's glowing, let me touch that, and you freaking touch it, get burnt. You're like, dang, I know that red hot look is bad. That might be a bad example, but I've gone through it my whole life with racism, just like everything that I've gone through. It hasn't made me like, and I don't know, I have like a weird feeling. It's like, I feel that bad people are bad and good people are good, and I don't think I think bad people hide their bad intentions to get by in life, but I still think that they were bad. They're still bad people. And I think good people get better. Because out of all the stuff that I've gone through, I've never turned bad. I've become more nice, or I've become a better person than what I was. Now, I know a lot of bad people, right? And I've had some friends that were bad. Those people did very bad things when they were younger, and they've grown up not to do as bad of things to make people not think that they're bad. Holy crap, yo, what is going on right now? Like, I'm stuck in between like a bunch of 18-wheelers. It's scary. Yeah, and I'm really sorry that you've gone through that type of stuff too. But I think it makes us better people. And just like I said, it gave you a special ability now to be able to tell who people are. I'm pretty good at reading people myself. I don't know, it's put me, because like, I used to get in a lot of fights when I was a kid. Like, up until I was like 19 or 20, I got in a lot of fights, and I couldn't hold my anger back. And I never ever started a fight. In most fights, I would always try to defend myself, but at the end of the day, I still got in those fights. But now, I don't even get, like, I wouldn't get in a fight unless it had something to do with my kids, or like direct family, or mom, or, you know what I mean? Like, man, you gotta drive so slow. Man, it like sucks. Like, the only time that I like the snow is when I was a kid. That's not true. It's when I was still like with my daughters. Well, I never like hurting somebody when it comes to fights. But there's like a certain switch that gets turned off. And and once that switch gets turned off, it's hard for me to turn it back on. And the switch that I'm talking about is like Mr. Nice Guy. As soon as that switch gets turned off, I am a force to be reckoned with. And now I have just grown to like never turn that switch off. I will let anybody say anything or do whatever they want to me to a certain degree, and I will not retaliate. It's just not worth it. If I end up doing something because somebody else made me do something, then what did I do? You know what I mean? Like, if I end up hurting somebody really bad because they were being mean, then I have to live with the guilt of me hurting somebody, and I could potentially get in serious trouble for it. And especially me having kids, I can't put myself at risk to be taken away from my kids. I really wish I could say I've only been in one fight. To be completely honest, I totally agree. That's why I say, like, now, why I don't, like, ban people. Like, if somebody comes and says something negative in my chat, I try to, like, kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness. Yeah, I think it's the last. I don't want that. Oh shit. Ooh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, I didn't even notice all the snow is going off the back of the window. Yo, Yo, I saw this thing earlier today where there was like freaking people that were stuck on Interstate 95 for 12 plus hours. That's crazy to be stuck in your car on the highway for 12 hours. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it tomorrow. There's 2 games. I'm gonna play that, and then I also want to play. Well, that card's completely messed up. I want to play Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. So I'll download both of those games. I'll play both, and I'll probably make a video for both of them too. Like, I was wondering, like, do you, in your opinion, would you rather see, like, clips of a video, or would you rather see the person, like, play the whole video game outright? If that question makes sense. Like, would you rather see, like a 20-minute video of the person, like, playing different levels, and there's no cuts or no transitions? Or would you rather see transitions and cuts? There in 12 minutes. 12 minutes we will be there. Then I'll take you, you'll see what I do on Instacart. I'll probably try to figure out both ways. It's like, if I wasn't so addicted to Fortnite, I probably would do better. Cause it's like, the video that I like, that's doing the best on my channel that I've posted in like the longest time is my Skater XL video. And I'm... What the... Funny. Yo, Aaron, man, you gotta come to the stream. You feel me? Oh man, my internet is kind of whiffy. Dude, anytime I get out here, the internet's freaking horrible. that's the way. Like, I don't just give out stuff. If you watch my streams, what I do is I pick people live in my chat. So the way that it works is when you're in my chat and I have a certain amount of people, every time I get a win or I'll have certain goals set up, right? That's how I pick winners. And usually I do a spin wheel, raffle, or there's a thing that I do that all I do is type in !winner. And if you're subscribed, it will pick somebody who's subscribed that's in the chat at the time to win. I want to play Dranopia. Yeah, that was kind of scary. A cop just passed me. Dranopia. Am I saying it right? Dranopia. Dranopia. Yeah, I feel like I should have been at this freaking grocery store. Yeah, I do duos, squads, like whatever. Oh yeah, that's another way you can win a giveaway. If you join me, you can win gift cards or battle passes or gifts that way as well. So I'll let people from the chat join me, and basically you have to win 2 games. But what happens is you get 2 games to try, right? So let's say you win 1 game and you lose another one, you get 1 more chance to try. If you don't make it in those 3 tries, then your wins reset. So let's say you had that 1 win, you played another game, lost, and then you played the other game and lost. Your wins reset, but you get another try. But let's say you win 1 game, you lose 1, then win the next, and I'll gift you that way. And that happens depending on what item it is. So really, it's 500 V-Bucks a game. So 1 game is 500 V-Bucks, the other game is 500 V-Bucks. Both of those equal 1,000 V-Bucks. But I'm not going to let you just like have infinite tries, because really, if you're playing smart and you're playing for money, you should play in a certain way. You got to be strategic. It's like in a cash cup. You can't play like how you play every day if you're in a cash cup. Oh, I didn't know there was more than 1. Which one do you suggest I play? Dangnaropia. Yep. I know something you don't know. I know. Got you. Well, what's the first game? Do you need to play them in order? Because really, my OCD would make me want to play it in order. I wouldn't feel right. Like, I even have that with, like, movies. So, like, if I watch a movie, like, let's say a new movie comes out, I have to rewatch all of it again. I can't just watch that movie. So I rewatch everything over again. Because I think it messes up the story. I don't, like, if it has a story from each game, I don't want to mess the story up. And the reason why I want to do, when is your next giveaway? Once I get home, I'll start streaming. Well, I'm streaming now, but I'm going to stream when I get home. I'm going to be doing 24-hour streams. Almost 24-hour streams. Like, all I'm trying to do is just stream all the time. For real, most of the time I feel lonely. All I do is work. So I love being able to conversate with people and feel like I'm making somewhat of a connection in my everyday life as a human being and not just being by myself all the time. So streaming really helps me do that. If that makes any sense. Yes, because it's kind of confusing game, and there is a way to the story goes, so you'll get the story if you don't start with the first game. Be harder to know the order. Facts. No, I will never get married. I really didn't even. Well, it's weird to say, and I don't mean this like. Trust me, everybody knows I love my daughters more than anything, right? Me not being with them now is a part of my depression and my anxiety and things of that nature, right? But I did not want to bring them into this world. I was basically forced or tricked into having kids by their mother. So, of course, me doing that, I have to stand up for my responsibilities and be there for my daughters, plus I love them. But it was not in my head to have kids with this person, and we were not in a good relationship when my daughters were conceived, and I was also in the like, I was gonna move out. So this person that I was talking to was just one of like many women at the time that I was talking to. But she, like, we were friends. I knew her in middle school. Yeah, I knew her in middle school, right? So I ended up, I was out one night with all of my friends, and my friend tried to holler at this girl. It was like late night, right? And I don't know if you know, I'm from like Washington DC area. So me and my friends are out, and he sees this girl come out this like very famous restaurant. Y'all know why I was doing this. So my friend sees this girl coming out this restaurant, and he in turn goes up to her. Well, he doesn't say anything. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" So when he says, "Hey, what's up?" she turns around, and we like catch eye contact. And as we catch eye contact, we were very familiar. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, I don't know who said it first. I was like, Rachel. She was like, Lane. And I was like, yeah. And me and her started talking. I'm like, oh, snap, that's crazy that I saw you, how you been, and all this stuff. And then she ends up telling me that she's like a lawyer now. She lives in Virginia and stuff like that. So even with me, at that point in time, she looked nice because she was like dressed up and stuff. Plus, I didn't know her. Like, for real, I dated a lot of her friends or girls that she knew when we were in middle school and high school. In high school, I didn't go to the same exact school as her because I got kicked out. I went to like 4 different high schools, right? So anyway, we link up. I end up getting her phone number. We talk. She ends up posting something and being like, do you have any clothes that you can donate? Because my friend's house burned down. And they need some extra stuff. So I was like, yeah. But we ended up never meeting up. She ended up inviting me to this like birthday party at this club. Dude, is the stream messing up? This is weird. Oh, there we go. Yo, what? One love, homie. I'm from the United States. Yeah, this is live, homie. Okay, alright, so it is working. Alright, so I'll get back to the story. Yeah, what's up, good Baxter? Yeah, this is live. Yeah, I'm from the United States. So anyway, we end up talking, and she ends up moving away. So we had like this long distance relationship where she would hit me up and invite me to go to certain things and stuff like that. So we kind of stayed in touch. Then all of a sudden, I'm in college at the time, and I got a scholarship and a Pell Grant, and she knew this. And at that time, I was trying to get a car, right? This is like, at the time, I was still a professional skateboarder, and I was about to start like, I was already in school, but I had to go to school for a whole year just before I could get this scholarship and this Pell Grant. Now, I got it because I applied for it, and I did very well in my classes. I was going to school for computer science. So I get this scholarship and all this. She knows that she's coming up, but just like I told you, at this time, I talked to like a lot of different women that I was friends with. And, thanks, homie, I appreciate that. It's my daughter's favorite colors, purple and pink together. So basically what happens is she keeps coming up to DC. I go down to meet her where we're from. She lived in Chester, Virginia. She was living with her parents, and she was a lawyer for Geico. Like, that's what she's doing at this time. Then she says all of a sudden one day she comes up and she's like, I got a job in Arlington, Virginia, right, as a public defender. And I was like, what? You didn't even tell me you were applying for it. She's like, I applied for it way back, which I found out she lied, and she applied for it like at like maybe a month or two before that. But she tried to make it seem like she didn't plan this to move up here without me. And it's a lot of things else that she did now that I understand. Like, she's like a very manipulative, I think she's a sociopath and narcissistic. So anything that she wants, she'll get, and she'll do manipulation and plan stuff out to get what she wants, even if it causes other people harm or whatever, even her kids. So anyway, she applies for this job. She's like, I got this job. I'm looking for an apartment. So do you want to come help me? And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. I'm like, at least when I chill with her, she'll be closer to me. And I don't have to go all the way down to Richmond because I hate where I came from. You know, it's like the most racist place ever. It freaking sucks. So basically what happens is when she comes up here this time, she takes me to go look for a car. I can't find any cars for like $5,000 that I want. So she, in turn, like, we're doing this and then we're looking for apartments for her. She ends up basically like almost whining to, I wouldn't say like whining to me, but she's like upset that she can't find an apartment for cheap. And she's almost like, I need a roommate. And it's kind of like she's like telling me this. So then I'm like, hey, I'll get an apartment with you. We're already chilling. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I got. And then she's like, why don't you move in with me? After a while that I didn't say anything because I kind of felt that's what she was doing. But I wasn't going to like come out and say it. And she's like, why don't you get a place with me? And at first I said like, nah. And then she kind of got mad at me and was like upset. So to basically, because we had already gone through I saw certain red flags. So I end up agreeing to it because she was like kind of upset. She's like, I got to get this job in a couple weeks and I need to find a place like now and all this stuff. So I'm like, F it, I'll get a place with you. So we start looking for places. We end up finding a place. Finding a place with her sucked because any place that I wanted to go and I liked, she did the complete opposite. You know what I mean? She was like too demanding, and she don't care about what I think and thought about what I thought at all. So we keep doing this back and forth, and we end up finding a place. Now the day that we find this place and we're supposed to sign the lease, I freak out because I'm like, I don't want to live with her. Like, I really, really do not want to live with her. And I freak out and I have this crazy thing. She starts crying. So then I'm like, F it, I'll just sign the lease. We move in together and yeah, she was definitely baiting me. I mean, this happened maybe 7 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago. I mean, she's the mother of my kids now. I'm trying to get up to that point. So also what happens, right? So we end up moving in together. We're living together, and I just didn't like her. We lived in DC, and I wanted to go out. I knew about all these parties. She didn't want to go nowhere. She didn't want me to go nowhere. She wanted me to stop hanging out with friends. She was just being like, and she had like the worst attitude ever. Like, everything was just like an argument and just an attitude, and I'm not that type of person. So we start going through it. And then I end up leaving. We had this huge argument where she like physically assaulted me. She threw a phone at me and hit me and stuff because I was talking to the first mother of my child. So that's another story that I'll talk about some other time. So she gets mad at me because I have contact with because it's something that I was discussing with the first mother of my kid. So she blows up on me. We get in this fight, and I end up leaving, right? Now, the whole time, and this might, kids that are young, you might not want to hear this, but basically, when we first started being intimate together, she had told me I use protection, right? And this is also another manipulation tactic that I feel that she's done, and a lot of other men go through this. And I'm not saying all women do this, but I think a lot of them do. So basically what happens is me and her are doing, you know what I mean, we're doing what we're doing, and she comes to me and she's like, well, you don't need to use protection because I am on birth control. And I, at that time, this is what I'm going to get to the advice. I'm going to get to the advice that I'm... Like, let me tell the story first, and then I'll tell you the advice that I would tell anybody. So, me and her are doing that. She tells me that she's on birth control. And then even then, I'm like, well, I don't know if... Like, this is when we maybe have been talking for like 4 months. I'm like, I don't know if you have any STDs. And she gets like super, super upset. She cries, and she almost pressures me into having unprotected sex with her because she says she's on birth control. She shows me her birth control, and I didn't know that she was setting this up for me to start doing it then, to where she would get me later on in life. So let's fast forward to where we're living together. I leave. I'm staying at this other girl's house that I talked to, and I'm chilling with her. And this is a girl that I thought that I might marry. She was super cool. She was 420 friendly. She cooked very nice. She was just like one of the coolest girls that I ever know. Still cool with her to this day, right? One of the best cooks ever. And I'm not saying that women need to cook. I'm just saying in general, she cooked, and we just had a very, very good time together, right? So I'm staying with her. She's blowing my phone up, and then she's like crying, saying I'll change and do all this stuff. So I'm like, I feel bad. We have like 4 more months left in the lease. So I end up going back home. We're going back to our place, and we start chilling. When I get back, she's super nice. She's changed. She's being all nice to me. She like bought me some stuff. She like completely changed her old attitude. And another thing, it was like, I don't want to be with somebody who does not, you know what I mean, blow something in the air every once in a while. Like, I need to be able to like sit with you and us like chief and talk to each other, because that's who I am. I don't do it all the time, but I need somebody who does that, so because people who don't always have a problem with it. So she even does that. We're chilling, and then at that point, before that, we really weren't doing it. Like, I never wanted to actually do it. Like at this point, I was already ready to leave. After 5 months of living with her, I wanted to leave. I was going to break up in the relationship. I was never going to talk to her again. This was already in my head as soon as the lease was up. But I wasn't going to leave and have to pay for a place, and I had all my stuff before I found another place and everything. So that's why I was staying. So just to be able to live there and appease stuff, I did certain things. So what she started doing is she started like basically almost pushing herself on me in that way. Now, if it was a guy doing it to a woman, it would be he would be like the 8 word, you know what I mean? It would be like sexual assault or something like that. If it was just what I'm saying, like if a guy was doing that to a woman, it's a double standard. So she's doing this, and we end up doing it one time, and I'm like not thinking anything of it, because she's faking like she's taking her birth control in the morning. Like, I've seen her try to take it and stuff like that. So then maybe two or 3 weeks later, it might have been like a month, she calls me up and she's like, I think I'm pregnant. And I'm like, what? How are you pregnant? And she's like, come meet me down in Arlington. So we meet at a California tortilla, and she goes in the bathroom with this birth control test and comes back out, and she's like super smiling. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, how did you get pregnant when you're on birth control? And she's like, yeah, I forgot to stop. I just stopped taking it. I forgot to take it in the morning. I'm like, what do you mean you forgot to take it? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, like, I was just busy. She like gives me this like bullshit ass excuse. And at that point, as a guy, there's nothing you can say. You can't be like, it's like their body, their choice, right? And I'm like, so do you want to keep it or whatever? Because I can't, like, I'm about to finish college, and I'm trying to do all this other stuff. And we weren't supposed to be having a kid. We didn't talk about this. She was like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm keeping it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you sure it's mine? And then at that point, she's like, well, you can just do this and then wait. And then you can pay, when you got to pay child support, you'll find out if she's we'll find out if she's your, at that time, we didn't know who I would have a daughter, but I ended up having a daughter. But we'll know if that's your baby. So I'm like, what the freak? So at this point, I'm thinking in my head, I've already dealt with this situation with the first mother of my kid, right? So the first mother of my kid, her mom was super racist. And when I had my kid, she basically took my kid and went and hid. And I didn't see my kid for a long time. And I had to spend like a bunch of money to find her, to go to court, for her to be back in my life. It was like this, it's a crazy story that I plan on making a video about it at some point, but I don't want to bring that into this story. But the mother of my kid, my second baby mom, knows this. She's been to court with me. She even helped me on some of the case because she's a lawyer, and she passed the bar in Virginia, so she can only practice law in Virginia. So she knows this stuff. So, and she knows that I'll do anything for my kid. So at that point, I got to do what I got to do. And as soon as she found out she's having a kid, she started treating me completely different. She started being very bossy, demanding, and just completely controlling my life to where I couldn't go out. She's like, you got a kid now. You can't hang out with your friends. You can't go to no parties. You can't do nothing. You got to quit smoking. Like, she completely tried to, like, change my life completely. So I'm like, what the fuck? So it was like nothing I can do because I don't want to miss things that I missed with my first daughter. I'm like, if I'm going to have a kid, I got to do what I got to do. So I just started becoming that person. And for the longest period of time, that's what it was. So at the same time, I never even slept in the same bed as her. So we have my daughter, we end up moving into another place. And it's just bad because most of the time she's not even home. Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'll tell you about my first baby mom at maybe another time. So what happens is let me look for these bars real quick. I'm looking for Chewy Cashiers. If I freaking ate this thing, I would die. Make sure I put this in the right. Start with A right here. So now we're looking for Captain Crunch. So we have my daughter, and it's the same situation. My mom starts to not like her. It's not saying that she's a bad mom, but she suffered from postpartum depression. She was a complete, bad person in that time period too, to deal with. And just everything. And then plus she went back to work, and then me and my mom took care of my daughter. So she's gone from 7 in the morning to like 6 o'clock at night every single day. So the way that my jobs worked out in school, I didn't really have to, I could be home most of the time. So really, I'm at home taking care of my daughter the whole time. Or my mom took care of my daughter. So then we lived there. We end up moving out closer to where my mom lived because it was easier for her to drop my daughter off and stuff. And just for my mom to watch her. So we ended up moving closer to my parents. And we did that for a long period of time. But then at one point, my mom flipped out on her. And this was after my other daughter was born. So we're living in Maryland, and I was sleeping on the couch. And me and her, I would just work, and we just didn't have a good relationship in that situation. So she kept being like, you're going to need to move out if you don't start sleeping in the bed. If we're not being intimate and you're not doing this, you don't need to be living in this house. So it kind of forced me into being like, I got to go on dates with her. I got to do this. And she kept doing it. And even after the fact, she even said that she was taking birth control again, and she kind of forced me into this situation. So this is how my second daughter's born. We're chilling on the freaking couch. I'm sleeping on the couch. She comes down, and she basically like does it. I don't want to do it. I also bring up about protection. Then she like flips out on me, and she's like, "What are you cheating on me?" Blah blah blah. She's saying all this stuff like, you need to get out and all this stuff. So for me to freaking, my fear of being kicked out of the house and not being around my daughters like how I am now, I ended up doing it. And me doing it, my second daughter's born. All right, cool. It's back. Yeah. So that's the situation, and the best advice that I will say to anybody, and this goes for like, and it's not saying that men don't do this either, but I think the a woman's form of the RAPE word is getting pregnant without a person's permission. And I think a lot of women do this, especially you see this with like entertainers or basketball players or people who have a lot of money. Women will get purposely pregnant to have a pawn to basically get something out, to get financial gain out of a person. And that's 100% true. And I definitely know a lot of women that don't do it, but there's also a lot of women that do that. I mean, if you're kind of dumb, it is. But like sometimes you don't, like some of them are so good at hiding it, right? You'll never know. That's the scary part about it. Like you'll never know. Like you see this, like I watch these. I wanted to start doing these segments to where I would go with like, there's like these people that read Reddit posts, and it's called r/relationships, and basically what it goes through is like all these men that were married, and they were married for 20 years, have taken care of their wife, never cheated, they have kids together and all this stuff, and it's just constant. Like some of the men find out the kid's not even theirs. So a guy has literally been married for 22 years. Kids are freaking 18 and adults. And then the wife, he finds out the wife has been cheating the whole entire time. And he finds out the kids aren't his. And they're his brothers. Or his like freaking, some his cousins or something. Or his best friend. Something crazy. So the person has literally been living with you. You've been paying for everything. And those men are in love. They've been paying for everything. Trips, all types of stuff. And the whole time she's been sleeping with your best friend or your brother. And they're his kids. So you've been taking care of your... And this is not one story. I've heard 40 plus stories that are similar to this. And most of these stories are 100% real. Like my advice is don't ever get married. And this is something that I've had to realize. The only women that will ever, and this is why men commit unalivings way more than women. It's been proven that statistically they're more depressed. They just don't talk about it, or nobody cares about it, and they go through a lot of stuff. Not saying that women don't go through stuff, but to a certain degree, the only women that will ever love you is your mother and your daughters. That's it. And your daughters are going to love you depending on how much you provided for them, and you're there to love them and tell them what they're about. Like, your daughter will cut you off quicker than I feel like, and this is not me saying this is like facts, than sons will. Sons have been known for their never to met their dad and meet them at 30 years old, and they become best friends. If the daughter never met her father for whatever reason, they're more likely to never talk to that person ever again. What happens? It happens to women a lot, but and that's what I was saying before. It's not like it doesn't happen to women, but women have a safety net, right? So let's say, and this is the fact that we're talking about, right? Let's say a man and a woman, and this happens all the time to women, but women get something out of it, like Melinda Gates, right? Bill cheated on her and was treating her bad. She divorced him, and she took $400 million. No, I don't even think it was $400 million. I think she took some billions, right? She took billions from him. So she got house, car, everything. He has to pay her money every single month. She got a lot out of it. Plus she has the kids, or she probably would have had the kids and the child support and all that, right? If a woman cheats on a man, right, let's say in the same relationship, Bill Gates' wife cheated on her, he gets nothing. He just gets heartache and pain. And when they divorce, he still has to pay her money. He still has to pay her child support or whatever else. That's what I'm talking more about society. I mean, I wouldn't say majority of them are cold-hearted, but certain things, dang, I cannot find this stuff. I'm saying, so most when people know that they can get away with stuff, they do it more. So when we're looking at this dynamic, I feel that most women do it because they know the law is on their side, right? It's like why I believe a lot of police do what they do is because they know that they could easily kill somebody or do something, and they're not going to get in trouble for it. Like, you know how many videos I've seen of police officers driving super drunk and got pulled over, and they literally in their head, they're like, I'm going to get off on this. Like, and some of them do get off on it. So it's men and women both are I think are equally as bad, but one can get away with it more than the other. Like, it really, in our society, and this sucks, women get everything from the jump, right? Even if we look at sons and daughters most of the time. A daughter don't got to go out and cut the grass. She don't got to freaking do the trash. She's a princess. She gets treated she's going to get treated a different way, even in society. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, if a woman goes out to, like, a restaurant or a bar, she's going to get free stuff, right? In a relationship, most of the time, men pay for everything, right? They don't, it's a different thing. Now, for a man to get a woman, right, he has to work super hard. You got to make sure you're in shape. You got to make sure you're freaking funny. You got to make sure you got money, right? You got to have all these things. You got to not be living in your parents, especially when you get to be like 18 and up. You got to have all these things to get that. A woman could be living at her parents' house, right? Dropped out of high school, no money, no car, no nothing, and she could end up dating a guy that has $5 million, right? That's 100. That's big facts too. Yeah, where's the juice? Excuse me, which aisle is the juice located on? This is like, it's been like the weirdest store, because I thought it, 18? All right, thank you. No, I mean, no, I don't ever think about things as arguments. I think we just have to discuss things. Race has a lot to do with it too. Oh, this is the weirdest freaking owl. Yeah, race has got... Dang, are you feeling any better? I mean, you gotta know. I know that. It's just like I like to tell this story because a lot of people say systemic racism doesn't go on. So I'm gonna tell you this little story. So me and my friend were out. Please be this one. My friend's 16. I mean, I'm 16. My friend's 17. We were in this place called Hopewell, Virginia, and me and him skateboarded. We were at this skate spot, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, which is like, when you're a minor, you can't be out that late, right? So basically we're out, and all of a sudden the cops come, and the cop pulls up. So what do you do if you want to have kids? Not at all about the same. I'm sorry, you're sick. Yeah, all right, so if you want to have kids, what you need to do is you got to have a lot of money. So any man, yo, hold on real quick, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, so dang, yo, I'm so sorry that happened to you, Gore. And those are the type of men that I don't like. I mean, I really feel like it's both. All right, so like this is what I'm gonna tell you, right? As a man, don't focus on anything until you're 20 something, or I would say almost 30 something. Don't ever focus on any relationships. Don't have no girlfriends. Don't have nothing. You can have women that you want to be friends with, but focus on what you want to be and how you're gonna get it. That's the only thing you focus on. Focus on getting ahead, and I did that. That's how I became a professional skateboarder. I like from the first time I had my first child when I was 18, I never got in a relationship or spent like actual relationship time with a girl. And the reason why I did that is because I need to focus in my craft. If you get a girlfriend, you have to, that's like a part-time job or a full-time job. You got to go with them. You can't be out all night. You can't be grinding. You can't do nothing else. So when you get in that financial position, you have way more leverage in certain situations. Then I'll tell you, don't get married. Married is a business contract. You can have kids with the woman. You don't have to get married to her, right? Find some cool women that you've been friends with for a while. Y'all sign some agreement to where you ain't got to pay child support, and y'all just help take care of the kid and have kids. I think the American or the way that society makes you feel like you have to get married is the messed up part. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's better to, you definitely want to pass your, I'm lucky to have my daughters, but I'm trying to fight to change the court system to where, like, in certain situations, like, you should be able to be with a woman and y'all live in the same house and you can date other women, but if y'all are parents, y'all should have to stay in the same household and both provide for those kids until they're 18, and then you can go on about your life. Depending on if both people want that. If both parents don't want that, then they should split up, because I think a lot of in some cases, there's just like Gore's dad, there's some dudes that are just like deadbeats. They're just bad dudes. You know what I mean? There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. Which one am I getting? It's gotta be this one. Yo, what's up, Daryl? I mean, for real, man, unless you want to go through heartache, like, having a kid is, like, one of the biggest responsibilities you have. And that's the next thing. If you don't want to have a kid with a chick, always have protection or don't have sex with her at all. Your temptations will get you in way more trouble than will help you out in certain situations. Alright, so we need some chicken. Something. And I'm pretty good with, there's no chicken in this place at all. This is crazy. This is so crazy. There's no chicken in here at all. Look at this. There's like absolutely no chicken. I think they do have this. Who's this for? A? We need to find some Tyson's chicken breast. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the situation. It's like if especially with men, like the women, I think can strengthen themselves when it comes to like certain situations better than men can. Like, it's very easy for a woman to say no to intimate relations compared to a man. Men, like, that's another thing. Like, women get to really pick and choose who they want. Men don't care. You know what I mean? Like, some of my friends have messed with some of the worst situations ever. I mean, I've done some weird, some questionable things myself, but some of them have done some crazy stuff. I mean, I think that's life. What the freak is chicken? Oh, prepared chicken. But for I think everybody gets put in tempting situations. Some can just, it's like also too, it's like you have, I'm not going to say women are not nervous, but like, let me ask you this question. Who do you think who approaches who more? No, 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 no. Thought I wasn't muted. Yeah, it cripples that the economic growth of that certain people. Is this the only place they got eggs? Yup. Looking for grade A white eggs. How many am I looking for? 30 count? There ain't no 30 count. These grade A large eggs. See if I could select this. Hopefully they like this. Then we gotta find some baby red potatoes. Baby red potatoes. Dang. What, did you hear anything that I said? Looking for baby red potatoes. Here we go. These don't look like, these gotta be baby red potatoes. Dang it. Does it legitimately say baby red potatoes on it? No. Baby red potatoes. Looking for some baby red potatoes. I think I was muted. I was muted. I was just saying that I think I need to get another phone. I think that will make my job way easier if I get another phone. Alright, now we gotta find some muscle milk. Where am I gonna get this? Where's the muscle milk? It'll be like right here. Need that muscle milk. Oh, I think it might be like near the health food type aisle. I think I found it. Oh, and the freaking other stuff that I needed. One for the plug. One for the load. I got 2 phones. Yo, that's like one of my favorite Kevin Gates songs. He's like probably all time one of my favorite music artists. He's like one of the only ones that I like believe. I don't think it's this one. Like, I don't know why you would buy these little protein shakes. Alright, now we gotta find water and then we're done. Yeah, I hope that for you too. Hopefully, if I can do some advocacy, hopefully things will change, and I think if things change, it will make things better. But the thing that I'm saying now is I think a lot of women, I mean men too, but a lot of women don't have positive role models, especially like now, and that's what's... Hold on real quick. Hey, what's up, man? Do you know where this would be?
Kentucky Colonel Season 4. Should be aisle 11.
If we have it. Word, thank you. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, man. No, that's it. That was my last thing, so help you. Got out of here in less than 6 minutes.
No, I was just asking just in case if I have to help you with anything else.
Yee. Alright, so let me go make sure let me see if they got some thick. I'll become like a YouTube personality. I see, that's like some weird thing. That's like one thing I don't tell. I think before you even think about having kids, you need to think about getting money. Money is the thing that you need the most, especially to take care of kids. Now, you don't really need a ton of money because kids don't know about money, right? And this is another thing that, like, there's a lot of parents, right, that have a lot of money, but their kids are depressed because money does not... Like, money doesn't solve problems, right? Kids don't understand the value of anything. They would rather have you than for you to work and give them a bunch of things. You just need to have enough money to feed them and have, like, a nice place. Move somewhere rural where it's cheap to live, where you can buy, like, a nice house for $150,000, $200,000, and you're straight. Like, you don't need to have this, like, huge mansion, or you don't want to be living in those city places anyway. Fortnite Among Us imposter. What the hell are you talking about? And you look, I'm just gonna, like, since you always like to correct people, you know Among Us is 2 different words. Look at this thick cut bacon. Well, this lady better hurry up and freaking answer. Yo, well, she's not gonna get it. I guess you can say that. I can agree with that. Oh, number 8. Oh. Customer go over there. I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So I was repeating after another person. What were you repeating? It's the only thing they got.
Welcome. If you are a Scanit customer, please scan the barcode on your Scanit or Scanit mobile device. 369 429. Please scan the barcode on your Scanit. 1499. Please follow the instructions on the pin
I think
pad.
that is it for this order.
Scan coupon now. Insert coupon into slot near the blinking light. Touch the continue. Help is required to use your bonus card.
Oh no,
Touch the need help button
I know how to do
call
it.
for a shopper assistant. Your bonus card has been accepted. Your total is 133. Please select your payment method or touch return to scan more items.
Oh my god, I gotta check this person's ID.
Please wait. System processing. Please follow the instructions on the pin pad. If you are finished scanning, please touch Finish and Pay. Scan coupon now.
I already finished and paid.
Your order contains an age-restricted item. Help is on the way.
That's crazy. You can't buy Dayquil?
Month, day, and year, please.
Thank you for shopping at Giant. Please remember to take your change and your receipt.
That is crazy.
Please wait. System processing. Please follow the instructions on the pin pad.
Home.
Please remember to take your receipt. Thank you for shopping at Giant. Welcome. If you are a Scanit customer, please scan the barcode on your
Oh, I can talk now. They had music on. The only giant food store LLCs are in Maryland. Nope, that's not true. They have Giants in Virginia. There's Giants everywhere now. Oh yeah, let me turn this. Oh my gosh! Yo, if I did not skate, it is, it's crazy out here. Yo, if I did not skateboard, I would have just died there. Like, no BS, I would have died. Anybody else that was in that situation would have slipped up and ruined their life. They would be in the hospital right now. Like, the centrifugal force of the way that the ice was trying to make my legs slip out, which was crazy. The velocity of the way that I would have slid would have been, like, y'all would have had, you definitely could have turned me into a meme. Yeah, that's like a lot, man. You know how many Giants there are? But kind of close. What do you mean I don't have my key? I have my key. Yo, do you think I should spend? Do you think I should spend $500 on shoes? I kind of have a sneaker problem. Like, I really, really want these shoes, like, really, 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 really bad. Like, extremely bad, to where I'm like really thinking about spending $500 on them. I was telling the lady in the store, I was like, yo, it's so funny that most people hate their jobs. I mean, I spend one for... Oh, they're the Jordan 1 patent leather breads. Shoot, man, I spent that for Christmas, but it's like, and Michael, let me ask you a question. Did you spend it or did your mom spend it? Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Please do not take that to heart. The Jordan 1 patent leather breads. I think it's worth. I think I can find them on StockX for cheaper. Yeah, it's not the same, man. I've had my mom used to spend money, like my parents spent money on me, especially like my dad when I was a kid. Man, it's nothing like you having to work. Like, I'm out working right now, and you have to spend your money. I never understood that. I used to go shopping with my parents. I'd be like, yo, it's only $200. Like, when I was a kid, right? my parents, like, I have every single Jordan. Yeah, I would buy knockoffs. Like, I'll break down some science to you about knockoffs, right? But when I was a kid, I have every Jordan that ever came out when he was playing. Every shoe that was released, I went to the store and bought. They used to release the shoes on Wednesday before the mall would open. I had a hookup at Foot Locker, Champs, everywhere. Most of the time, I would buy 2 pairs of every Jordan that came out. And it was to have one pair until the other one's messed up. Now, the messed up part is none of those shoes are in good condition now. I'll show you a pair when I get back. I have like the Mocha 4s. They're like, the sole just falls apart, so you can't even really collect shoes. But no, you can do that. I'm gonna tell you the science, right? Most people don't know that every shoe, look at any of your Jordans or Nikes, all your shoes are made in either China or in Bangladesh, India, right? Now, in those factories, those people make $1 a day and they're forced to work 12 hours. And they have to work in these Nike factories because the Nike, what Nike does is they buy out a village that's in poverty. They buy it out, they put a factory, and the only job that you can get is to work at this Nike factory. Now, if you talk about how bad the living conditions are and everything, they've been known to get rid of people, or you get bandaged out of your village into another place to where you can't survive. So all these people, from kids to old people, work in Nike factories. $1 a day, 7 days a week, 12 hours plus a day. Right? It costs $5 to $10 to make a Nike shoe. Any Jordan that's ever come out, the most it's going to cost is $12. You can Google it right now, right? So they're paying somebody $1 a day to make these shoes. They're charging us freaking 100 times that. $10 and we got to pay $170 to $200. Then just like now, if I'm spending $500, right? You gotta pay even more than what the shoe costs in the first place. So we're already getting ripped off in all this. But the fact that I'm trying to make is, those people that are working all them hours for Nike, making all them shoes, they can barely afford to feed their families, have good living situations or anything. So you know what they do? They steal material and they make replica shoes and they sell them on their own sites to make money. Right? I feel that replicas, there's no difference than a replica and a real shoe. They come from the same factory, they're being made by the same people, but the money's going to the correct person at the end of the day. And a lot of people don't know it. Most reps are called 99%ers. But yeah, you can get really bad reps, but there's a lot of good rep companies that are out there. Yo, you be watching Speed? That's sus. That's sus. Yeah, get them. There ain't nothing wrong with reps unless, like, the only thing that's wrong with replicas is if you're selling replicas, right? If you're trying to sell somebody a replica shoe for a real shoe, that's messed up. That's where the game. If you're wearing them just to wear, like, how is a shoe fake when you're wearing it? The only time it comes in fake is when you're doing business. If somebody is buying something from you for a, what is that? If somebody's buying something for you for a real price, why would you want to sell them something fake? That's just like messed up. And I think that's on some like moral and ethic high ground. Well, and then on the other hand, if you're selling people reps and you tell them that they're reps, there's nothing wrong with it. I know why he's noticed you, Michael. He gonna hit you up. He like little light skin. You can't tell that by that girl that be in his on his streams all the time. Now, I bet you like this new video too, huh? I think that, like, to be honest, like, to be completely honest, I think Fortnite's trash. And I'll tell you why I think Fortnite's trash. Look at my last Arian, go look at my last video called Fortnite Aimbotter. Right? Fortnite does not care about. Yeah, I got Discord. I thought you were talking to Speed. I didn't know you were talking to me. I thought you were still talking to Speed. My bad. My bad. I thought you were talking to Speed. I do have Discord. I can't, I can send you the link when I get home. Will there ever be a replica lane rolling? Oh my god. Like a clone? Only if I'm lucky. I would love to have a replica lane rolling. Right? That you could just freaking... I could make him go out and work for me all day while I sit in the house. This ain't it. That would be freaking dope. Like, think about if you can make like 4 clones for yourself to do everything for you. That's when you're living life. Yeah, I'll be going home after this. God damn it. Yeah, I know Off-White is Virgil. Hello, I have to verify your ID.
My ID?
Yeah, for the, 18 is supposed to, you see this?
Okay, alright, let me grab her real quick. Hold on.
Okay. She can do it through, like, the screen door, too. I mean, I wish I had small feet like you. I had 2 pair of Off-Whites, but I sold them. You can do it through the screen door if you want. I just gotta. You see how it tells me to.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just frustrating because it was like 12 hours ago that I ordered it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I ordered it about maybe like 1 o'clock today.
That is ridiculous. I
Yeah.
just got it maybe a little while ago.
Oh, they must have passed it off to you, Rexy. Stay.
Okay, I just need to scan the back.
The barcode thing.
Yeah. Next. All right, there we go. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for that. Have a nice day.
That wasn't your fault.
Oh no. Oh, something happened with the next order that I need to drop off. Leg. It's cool though. Yeah, she left a tip. Now I just gotta wait for them to freaking send me the freaking address. What do the critics say? People say bad things about me? I mean, I'm alright. Come on. Why is it taking so freaking long? Yo, I hate how you... That's the only thing I hate about Instacart is that you can't freaking call in to support. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that she ordered 12 hours ago. Cause I don't like dealing with people. You never seen them videos of like, man, it's just like too much drama that happens, man. Like there's been several like drivers that have been like beat up, murdered, drunk people throw up in your car. You know what I mean? Especially with COVID, you don't know who's sick, who's not. Like, I would rather, like, I don't really like dealing with strangers and other people's energy. And food is just, like, way easier to deal with. And to a certain degree, we make more money. At the end of the day, it's just not worth it. Yeah, but it's like the stuff with food delivery is not like the same, in my opinion. Like I've dealt with some crazy, some questionable things, but it doesn't compare to like that Uber driver that was driving, and these 3 girls got in the freaking car and they wouldn't put their mask on, and they like spit in his face and like took his phone and beat him up and stuff. Then there was these other 2 girls that were in where I'm from in DC, and they stole this dude's car, made him wreck it, and the guy died. Yeah, but see, most of the time and that's the thing I don't like about food delivery, because most of the time they take it out on us, and it had nothing to do with us at all. Right? It had nothing to do with us at all. What it had to do with is the restaurant got it wrong, especially during the pandemic. I can't check your food. You know what I mean? I can't go in somebody's bag. They seal the bag. So if I pick up the order and it's wrong, they need to be getting mad at the restaurant, but most people don't got enough common sense to think that. Even like getting mad at somebody for something coming late, most of the time it's not our fault. A lot of the issues is the restaurant's fault. Like, I'm not gonna lie, most people that work at restaurants, like, especially like fast food, like they don't get paid enough, and it shows in how they like working. Yeah, I got a Uber Eats pickup 80F. Y'all are open? Oh my gosh. See, just like I was saying right there, you know what I mean? Anybody, and that's another reason why I don't like Dylan, like especially somebody that works at McDonald's. Anybody who works in fast food, like 9 times out of 10, it's like, and it's sad to say, they ain't ever gonna be nothing else besides working at McDonald's. That's it. Most of them, unless they become a rapper or something. Like I don't even know, why would I come inside when they're don't make no sense. Like, it's like, for me, like, why do I want to get out of my car to come inside of a restaurant? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's, but I'm saying the people that work in McDonald's, right? They don't, like, most of them don't care about their job, right? And I feel that with anything that you do, right, you need to put 110% in it, right? And that's why only a certain amount of McDonald's employees end up owning a McDonald's or becoming manager of a McDonald's, right? So in certain situations, I've gone to like fast food restaurants and waited 30 to 40 minutes for food, right? So there's no reason why I should be waiting 30 or 40 minutes for food at McDonald's. You feel me? Like, it doesn't take anything at McDonald's and then they'll get an attitude with you because of it. And that's the fact that I'm talking about, of like people that work at McDonald's. It's like, I'll tell you another situation. It usually comes with like fast food restaurants, and like most people, they get fast food jobs because they don't have anything else. But even with that, I don't know. I think about the world in a world where you have to put out before you get in. Somebody who goes beyond what they're supposed to do, you never know who could come through your drive-thru and give you a job opportunity. Like, yo, your customer service was well. I loved everything about you. How about you come work for me? But most people don't have those situations because they get an attitude and they don't do what they're supposed to do, even though they're in a bad situation. So this issue that I had with Taco Bell was the drive-thru is the only thing open, and they get this very, very long line that you have to wait in for 30 to 40 minutes. Now, if I'm driving for Uber Eats, the customer has already paid for their food, right? My customer has already ordered the food. The food should already be ready by the time I get there to get the food. So I've been in this line, right? And one time I just drove around, and a lot of other places allow me to do this. So I just drove around and walked around to the window and was like, hey, can I get the order? And the dude's like, no, look at all these customers in line. It wouldn't be fair to them. And I'm like, dude, logically, you're not understanding the point. The person I'm picking up from is a customer too that already ordered their food. It would be equivalent to somebody that is at the beginning of the line ordering food and paying for it, but then you make them wait until the last person in the line gets their food. Like, no, you should already have the food made and have a different way for Uber Eats and DoorDash drivers to get it, because we don't have 45 minutes to be sitting in line waiting for somebody's order. For two things, when that happens, the freaking customer gets pissed off at us like we took that long time, and then it also just takes, like, we don't get paid hourly. Like, that person sits there for an hour, they're getting paid. I don't get paid hourly. I get paid by how much work I put in within that hour. Does that make sense? Yo, what's up, Xavier? I mean, I'll start doing more streams like that. I like the first time I ever started streaming, I did do Uber Eats streams, and it would be the same thing, and it still was the same restaurants. Now McDonald's are really not the worst ones. Popeyes are really bad. Popeyes always is like, it's flabbergasted me because they only have like 7 items really: red beans and rice, macaroni and cheese, biscuits, mild and hot chicken, right? Mild and hot chicken wings, or chicken strips, shrimp, mild and hot, and chicken sandwiches, hot or spicy or whatever. And it's already cooked. How can you take 20 minutes to make an order when you don't have to cook anything? Everything is already made. They even, like, the fries are already cooked underneath a heater. And there's this one Popeyes that every single time I go to, they make me wait. It takes me 15 minutes to ride to the restaurant, right? They get the order 5 minutes before I even get called for the order. So the customer makes the order, Uber sends it to to Popeyes. Popeyes accepts the order. Once they accept the order, the driver gets pinged for it, and then that's when I accept it. Once I accept the order, I drive to the place, and I'm supposed to pick it up. But these places will not start the order until I get there, and it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'll try to go to that Taco Bell tomorrow. Like, to be honest, I'd be ready to fight sometimes. Then there's a big issue with people tipping. People feel that they should not tip. Well, I don't know if you've ever seen any of these TikTok videos where people are talking about they basically are saying that they shouldn't have to tip beforehand, and if they don't tip beforehand, nobody will pick up their orders. And it is true. So, like, let's say if I'm doing Uber Eats and I'm accepting orders, right? I get to see how much I'm going to get paid and how much time it's going to take me to do. So what will happen is the order will be for $4, and it will say it's going to take me 45 minutes, and I'm going to have to drive 15-something miles, right? So to me, on a business standpoint, no, that's not worth my time. It's going to take me 40 minutes to freaking make $4, and then I'm going to have to drive to the restaurant too, and that's not added into the time that I have to do. So basically, you want me to spend almost close to an hour and make $4. Now, granted, that person could tip me, and I could make more than that. But does that make sense for me to freaking, like, have faith that somebody's going to tip me, especially when I've been doing it in a long time? Like, no, I'm going to wait around for the order that's $15 for 20 minutes. Because I know it's going to be worth my while. Right? Now, people are mad about this and saying, blah, 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 we shouldn't have to tip until you arrive and all this shit. Tips are not mandatory, all this bullshit. And I'm like, well, I understand that if you're at a restaurant, but this isn't a restaurant. This is something completely different. Right? You need to tip to make it worth my while. And it's what I was saying. It's like it's the best example that I could give is it's like a painter, right? And a painter's painting on like it's like this, right? It's like a painter, and there's 3 houses on the same exact street, and that painter is being contracted because I'm a. Hold on. Have a good night. Okay. So most painters are private contractors, right? Let's say I'm a private contractor painting, where I have to go out and get my own jobs, right? I don't actually work for a company. I do work on my own, even if I get work through a company. So if I'm a painter and I give out flyers on a road to paint somebody's house, right? 3 people call me up. They all have the same exact size room and they all want me to paint the whole room, right? One person's like, I'll give you $150 for it, right? But they're not going to give you any supplies, anything from it. $100, nothing else. I have to take my time and all my money out of it. The second person is going to pay me $300, right? And they are going to give me some supplies. The last person is going to pay me $800, and they're going to pay for all the supplies and food and everything else. Which house would you choose? Like, what you gotta understand is, for real, the $100 that you're giving me is for the supplies. So basically, you want me to paint your house for free. The second person is, you want me to paint your house, you're gonna pay for some of the supplies, so I'm gonna make a little money off of it, but it's not really worth my time. I'm really doing you a favor. The last person is showing gratitude, and they're making it worth my while to do the job. And that's what it comes with tips. If I'm picking you up food, there's not really no service to that. I'm picking you up food, $4, I'm picking you up food and I'm dropping it off. You need to pay me correctly for that, or it's not worth my time. Like, especially with the way gas is, I can't afford to spend 40 minutes and making $4. That don't make no sense. I mean, I can respect the grind, but it comes to a moral and ethical standpoint. Like, are you doing it just to take money out of somebody else's mouth? Because I feel like people shouldn't charge too much. I think it should have the Goldilocks appeal to it, to where, you know what I mean? It's like a little bit of in between. You know what I mean? Like, what I would respect is doing the house for $400. Be like, no, I don't need $800. I'll do it for $600. And then the person ends up tipping me something else because I do a good job. That's the way I look at it in a grander scheme of thing. But if somebody takes a job for $100 just to take the work out of your thing, some people do stuff and there's no benefit from it. Now, if you're painting somebody's house that maybe doesn't have the money or something like that, and you're doing it out of being charitable, that's a completely different situation. But it's about your business. At a certain point, you got to have standards. And, like, if you lower your standards just to get stuff, you end up messing up. Because let's say you paint that person's house for $100, you can never raise your price in that neighborhood over $100. Anybody else that you get, you're gonna have to do that. They're gonna be like, "Hey, this guy painted my house for my room for $100." Then the next person's gonna pay you $100, and they're gonna keep lowballing you compared to if you keep your price at a premium price. They can't ever bring you down. Yo, what's up, Flat? Well, hopefully, my dream is to be able to give people jobs one day. So hopefully, both of our things work out. Yeah, I might have to stop stream. Yeah, I might have to stop the stream. My phone is about to die. I'll be back on in like an hour. I mean, hopefully, like, digital marketing, maybe graphic design. I mean, really, I would try to find something for... There's always something for somebody to do if you're trying to build a team. I don't think I would need somebody who's a welder, but... like, maybe, like, if you were a content creator... Yo, this is crazy. No, peace out, guys. I'll see y'all later.